Hello and welcome. I'm Teri Lee, pure visionary, psychic medium, and I am so stoked that we are reviving the Soul Sessions series. So, welcome to Soul Sessions, and I'm very excited about our guest today. We have Valerie of Illumination Portal, a very, very talented lady. And I'm going to read a little bit about her, and then we're going to talk a little bit about astrology and the soul. Okay. Valerie is an empathetic energy healer, and she's an intuitive psychic astrologer. She uses the chart as a divination tool, and she will call in her guides with the sitter's guides if she's doing a reading for you and discuss a snapshot of the time period we are in or the time the sitter wants to discuss. It's a soul reading. So, how appropriate that she's here today, right? Very excited. We're going to talk about the soul and astrology. Quickly, before we do, I want to just update you a little bit on some of the soul series sessions that we've had. And we have previous soul session series that I hope that you go back and check out on my channel so you can catch up if you haven't even watched one. We had the Akashic Records with Robert Brunjes. We had Soul Transitions with medium Kim Copeland. We had Soul Conversations with Linda G. We had Ghosts and Traveling Souls with psychic medium Susan Lynn. And we had Reincarnation with Robert Brunjes and NDEs with Ron Unconditional Love Tarot. Every one of those was very exciting and so informative. And thank you, Valerie, for putting up with my catching everybody up and welcome.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm
Oh,
excited to be here.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's great. I've always been a huge fan of astrology and made a few attempts to learn, but I just kind of ended up going in my direction with psychic mediumship. And so I'm really happy to have you explain to us, how astrology can be a very vital tool for us and
Well,
how it was designed that way.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Well, since the beginning of time, right, man's been looking at the stars and trying to make sense out of life, right? So,
Right.
over time, it's became it, well, that's all there was, right? There wasn't any internet, there wasn't any information about anything, so they tracked it
Right.
and tracked what happened during these certain aspects during this time of year or that time of year.
Hmm.
And I mean, that's how we lived for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And somewhere around the 1700s, science wants to call it bunk. But the thing is, astrology is astronomy because those were all astronomers that were looking at the sky, right? So,
Absolutely.
and they were just trying to make sense out of. Some could make sense out of things more than others. It's kind of like us, right? We're different psychics. We're different. We receive and understand information, and it's all individual. None of us are the
Yes.
same um, have the
Yes.
same skill
Absolutely.
set,
Hmm.
right? So
Yes.
so to me, that's just, here it is. It took a little back seat, but it's becoming very popular again. The thing is, when you get a chart, okay, so you get a chart, and this is why
Mhm.
timing is so important. We need the birth time because that determines the ascendant and the
Yes.
house placement.
Hmm.
So that time that hones in into your specific energy signature. To me, a chart, anybody's birth chart, is their divine blueprint that
Yes.
that Mother, Father, God, Spirit has given
Yes.
us to
Hmm.
use to navigate through life.
Hmm.
And we kind of got away from knowing who we are. It's kind of, to me, it was kind of on purpose. The patriarchy, we could go back thousands of years of how things have unfolded to where we are today, but
Yes.
we all can see that there's something going on. But when we're trying to see an event, you can do event charts, you can
Yes.
do medical charts, you could do financial charts.
Hmm.
You know, I happen to do psychic intuitive charts because the soul, I get to, I don't know how to explain how I see what I see, but I see the soul in the different energies of the soul in the chart.
Beautiful.
It is. It's really cool.
That's amazing. And actually, it was a session with an astrologer that was one of the bumps that my guides gave me to pursue to be a psychic medium. And he
Mhm.
was reading the chart and he goes, "You have signs here that you'd be as psychic as any of us." And I was like,
Mhm.
"Really?" It
And
didn't
that's
take
just,
much, and I
oh,
took all my classes, and I'm so grateful for this journey that I'm on right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So,
It's amazing.
I believe that when we come, we choose a time to come on this planet, and
Mhm.
when we come, that's a specific time that's destined to be the time that we appear on planet Earth and the time that we're born. And I believe that when we come here, we are given many, many tools to
Yeah.
help us in our lifetime on this planet, which, as we all know, is not a walk in the park. So it's sort of like tools to get us through graduate school,
Yeah.
Astrology is definitely one of those.
Yeah.
It helps you understand so many things about the world, countries, not only just your life, but you can spread your vision out through astrology and understand many of the things that are going on. So
Absolutely.
I am so excited about the resurgence and the curiosity that people
Yeah.
are having. And so I've got a couple of questions for you. I'm going to take a minute though and say hi.
Sure.
Swan Tech, Nancy Riker, Butterfly Kisses Healing. Girl, I was just thinking about you
Oh.
the other day. Hi, so happy to see you. That's just great. Okay, so yeah, I want everybody to know, and let me put my little banner up in case people pop in. We are going to take questions from the chat today. We want you guys to participate in this discussion because we're all learning and growing together.
Yes.
So please put them in all caps and emojis so I can see you. Now, we're not going to do mediumship today. I'll be doing mediumship next week. I do usually on every Wednesday, and I'll be taking your questions then for mediumship. But what we'd like to do today is get
Mhm.
out there. We want to
Mhm.
have some interesting questions about, destiny and
Yeah.
souls and their mission and
Mm.
how many directions can it go? You guys can come up with those questions and we'll be happy to answer them. So
It's cool.
we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. So I am going to start the questions I had to kind of start our
Okay.
discussion today. So let's see. Here's the first one. Does astrology depict a soul's destiny, or is it a
Mm.
tool to advise a soul of the energies that will influence a soul's lifetime?
I would say it's the indicator. Like you can't make a wrong turn. See, a lot of people don't understand this. I don't think we take it to heart when we do the wrong thing. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns you go. Spirit's going to get you to the part of the your soul's journey that wanted to come here and experience that experience. Now, I don't think we're destined so much. I think we're destined to explore and experiment, you
Hmm.
know, and try things out. And if you make a wrong turn, that's, well, I don't even like to say that because there isn't a wrong turn. There's just, it's just all the flow of that soul's journey to me.
Yes. Fascinating. It's interesting. I have done a number of things in my lifetime and never imagined that I would end up being a psychic medium. I was always fascinated by it. I always followed them. Um, but uh, it turns out that I look back at it now and I enjoyed doing these other things and had success with them. But always in the end, something would just kind of fall apart with it, or, it just didn't work
Mm,
out for me. And this is the only thing that has ever made me feel exuberant passion about my purpose
mm,
in life. And so I know I am. It took me a while to get here.
yeah, yeah,
I know I am where I belong. And so, astrology, following astrology and getting messages from astrologers has really helped me all along the
yeah.
way. Yeah.
I love
Okay.
how you put that exuberance. You do. Once you're in this space that you just know it.
Yes.
It's a knowing. I've done like you, a lot of things in my life.
Hmm.
Some good, some excellent, some not so good. But this last few years is really wow. Every day I'm in awe. Every day I'm shown just. I mean, it's almost makes you speechless because you can't believe
Hmm.
that I could just think something now and it's something about it comes up in my awareness. Does that happen to you? Like it's
Yes. Yes.
so
And
cool.
you're just glowing. I can just I can feel your energy across the United States here all the way to Idaho. Um, yeah, it's wonderful when you find your place. I love this butterfly kisses. Wrong turns are merely detours. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are so loved and we are so excited on a soul level to come
Yeah.
here and experience experiences. And
Yes.
there's no way, and it's not written anywhere that, oh, it's going to be perfect every minute. That's the point of coming here is that it's messy, right? And it's
Yes.
emotional and you got to think and you got to you got to do all this stuff at once, walk,
Mm.
talk, and chew gum. And sometimes it doesn't seem like you're going anywhere, but
Yes.
you always get to where you need to go, I feel.
We're here to learn, and it's a
Yeah,
school. And
yeah,
each stop along our lifetime, each little destination or detour or whatever we took, had that special purpose of teaching us something.
yeah,
I believe.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're all valuable. I send it all love now. What I can do that now. But I
Yes.
remember when I was stuck in the mud, feeling stuck in the mud, and I'd be
Mhm.
so angry at myself for making a mistake or putting myself in this situation. I'm sure we've all been there, right? And
We've
now,
all been there.
yeah, and now I can look
Yeah.
back and be like, oh my God, every single one of those experiences, every moment of our lives brings
Yeah.
us to where we are today,
Yeah.
and it just goes and grows and gets better. It's
Beautiful.
connect to your heart. That's
Oh
that's
my,
the thing. It does.
yes.
It gets you to connect to your heart. That's the
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And societies for so long, taught us that we had to achieve A, B, or C, or
right,
not really successful in life. But
right.
I'm glad that's breaking down. I
Yeah.
think people are receiving. I think the veil is thinning. I think the energies are higher, and people are seeking out their soul purpose, and that's
Yes.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Another question I'd like to ask is, does mankind as a whole have an astrological chart?
Hmm. I'm sure they do, but my goodness, we'd have to know the exact time somebody got here.
I kind of just, it was a wild thought that hit me because, everything, I was listening to an incredible channeler the other day, and he was talking about how everything has energy. So,
Hmm.
city has energy, a
Hmm.
state has energy, a
Yeah.
country has energy. And then I thought, wonder if mankind as a whole has an energy.
Absolutely. Because if you think about it, it's Earth, right? We came to Earth.
We're
So I would
guided
have
by
to say
instincts.
Earth was very prominent. It
Mhm.
had, like think of springtime with the seeds being planted, and we came in and boom. Because, I mean, we we grow so fast. And this is another sad thing, and I'm sorry if I'm getting off a little bit
Oh,
off topic.
this is all
Topic,
about the session, everybody.
but mankind has been, we've been told here's our history, right? It's
Mhm.
gone from here. We did this and that and this and that. But, have we, do we know everything? Do we know exactly what's really happened to us? And a lot, I think, has been designed to disconnect, especially, okay, we're in the age of Pisces, going
Yes.
into the age of Aquarius.
Yes.
But the last time we were in a golden age, because golden age is the age of Aquarius, was age of Leo. So that's like 5 or 6 ages ago, right? And
Mhm.
in that time period, and each age is 2,160 years. That's a lot of years. We've been taught to not connect to our hearts, especially in
Yes.
this modern age, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, a lot of people don't have their actual birth time. The birth time is the
Yes.
timing of anything is important when you want to look up a chart.
Mhm.
Now, it's not going to be a big deal. Let's say I'll even give it an hour. It wouldn't make that much difference,
Okay. That was my
But
next question. So
yeah,
what do you do when you're reading for someone, that doesn't know their time? Maybe
I
they have
asked
a
my
vague idea.
yeah. Well, if they have a vague idea, I go. If they say between 5 and 7, I get my pendulum and we go. But if they
Ah,
don't, I use the pendulum, and then I'll pull
okay.
a card or two. But the
Mhm.
pendulum is pretty mine. I'm connected
Very good with
really
the
well.
pendulum. You
Yeah,
are. And that's
yeah,
another thing, we're given so many tools, and,
yeah,
as mediums and psychics and readers and astrologer, you have, a multitude of tools that you draw on. I do the same.
yeah,
I have psychic mediumship, and I also use the tarot. I use it in a little different way.
yeah,
I always ask the guides. I have really great communication with my guides,
yeah.
and so I always ask them, what's your interpretation of this card for this specific soul that I'm reading? And
Absolutely.
often it surprises me, but isn't that wonderful that we have other tools that are made available to us too?
Absolutely. And I mean, sticks, people used to throw sticks and read the sticks or the rocks or how the
Tea
birds
leaves?
flew. I
Yeah.
mean, everything is because it's true. And this is probably part of that same thing. The spirit realms talk to us constantly through everything around us, through nature, through everything. But we've got disconnected from that. It's crazy if you're going to read sticks. It's blah blah. You know what I mean?
Uh,
But
we didn't
mankind,
understand who we were.
right?
I think the knowledge now that we understand that we are immortal beings in this mortal body. We
Mm-hmm.
came here. We are sparks of the divine,
Yes,
and we came here for with a purpose, and we have power. And
yes,
I believe that whatever we give an intention to is returned. So that's how when I read and I ask the guides, I'm giving that my intention. So I'm adding my power to the guides' power, and
absolutely.
they're getting the message to that person, which may be that person is getting that message because they had an intention to find an answer.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's that cool too, and
Yeah.
we just go on and on. But we have. I think personally, we're all psychic. We're all intuitive. I don't
Yes.
think we're all empaths. There's
No.
where you know.
All human beings? No. Definitely don't think that.
But I think that you can grow, you can learn, you can go
Mhm.
and learn more and more about what was that? We did that class, the Akashic Records class with Val from
Oh,
um,
yes.
Dragonfly Crystals. That was a really
Yeah.
good class. It's worth every minute of it.
Mhm.
Um, and and another thing we were taught, oh, you have to have a degree and you have to do it this way, follow
Yeah.
the rules, that took us away from our instinct, in a lot of ways. Not saying fully, but in a lot of ways, you're only valued if you make grand a year and you're
Yeah.
CEO or whatever,
Yeah.
stuff. But and we're getting away from all that. We're realizing we're so much more
You're
than
trusting your soul,
yes.
trusting your soul energy. You
Yeah.
know, I don't put my trust in a certificate.
Mm,
And there are plenty of people who have degrees and certificates in a
mm,
specific, and they're not really reaching their full potential.
mm,
Someone once commented on my reading and said, "Well, oh, she's unvetted."
mm. What
I
is it?
said, "You know what? Every time I reach out and talk to a soul and I get a validation from the
Yeah,
person I'm reading for, that's my vetting.
that's
That's
right.
what I'm here for, just to
That's
get
right.
that message through." And yeah, so
Yeah, people, and that's just this. People are just so closed off. They don't open up their perception doors. That's what I call them. Because you got to be able to see higher, like in as a vision, not so much see a vision, have
yeah,
the vision,
yeah,
have the ability to see that there's more to what's around us than we've ever been led to believe, right? So
yes,
as we grow and learn and stretch ourselves and really get into feeling it, because that's the big one. Our
yes,
navigation system is our feelings, the
yes.
ability to feel. But what
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these last few hundred years, well, if you feel, you're weak, you're can't
Yeah,
rely on feelings. You can't, and so I just feel for us as a whole, because we've been so disconnected from ourselves. But the
right.
resilience of the human, though, is amazing, because we're finding our way back,
Yes, we are. Yes, we
right?
are. And so it was meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, that's a beautiful thing. I just want to kind of reach out and say hi to some of the people who've joined us. Hi, Cheryl Plant Lady. And yes, I have your question starred. We'll do our best to answer that for you. Uh, Puriette White, hello, welcome, Warrior Girl. Oh, yeah, great to
Warrior
see you
girl.
again.
Yes,
Wonderful.
sweet.
Now, I'm going to pop over and put this comment up from Anne. Let's have a little chitty chat about this. She said, what scared me is death. Is there a hell?" I think that was
Mm,
supposed to be a question mark at the end.
mm,
Let
mm,
me know, Anne, if that's not right. I'm watching the live. But,
mm,
I gotta tell you a story.
mm,
When I was a little girl, I had a very dysfunctional family, and some
mm,
traumatic things happened. But my mom was very spiritual, and it was like spirituality. Church was that was my safe place as a kid.
mm,
But it always bothered me. There were things that just kind of, even as a kid, I was like, I couldn't understand why a God who had so much love for his creation would would send someone to a burning eternity in hell.
mm,
Um, Knew it for a long time, just kind of held it. And, my mom and I would talk about spiritual things, and she wasn't, the kind of person that would scare people about stuff like that. She was a very
mm,
loving person. But finally, there came a day, and I had to say, "Mom, there's no hell. There isn't a
mm,
hell. I know there's no hell. I know
mm,
it as much as I know anything, that there is no hell." And I felt so free when I just
mm.
said, "Yes, what I knew in my heart is really true. There's no hell.
Mm-mm.
No, no,
There's no hell. You
no.
transition. This is like, you have
Yes.
to think of it like this: we're infinite beings. We live for eternity,
Hmm.
and we experience experiences as different forms on different
Hmm.
planets, in different ecosystems, and you name it. And we drop the form, but that you're a light body,
Hmm.
and it's made from unconditional love. That's
Yes,
what I see.
absolutely. God is love. We are of God. We
Mhm.
are love. And so, why would he say, "I'm going to send you down to this very difficult place that's going to teach you a lot of things, but if you make a mistake,
Going to hell. Yeah, I was a kid. I couldn't understand it
Mm.
either, Terry. I
That
was like,
wasn't the God I knew. That wasn't the God like when I
uh-uh.
was a little girl and I was in a scary place and I would pray to God. I knew
Yeah,
God loved me and God was watching out for me.
yeah.
You know, he
What'd your
wasn't.
mom say when you asked her
Oh,
about anything?
well, that's another show. We got
Um,
over it. I mean, she was pretty upset, and, then I just sort of began to talk to her the same way we used to talk, that she wanted to talk about spirituality and religion, and I just I didn't deny myself, she just knew that I did
mm-hmm.
not believe that, so we just never discussed it again.
Mm. Oh, well, that's cool that she was
Oh,
open to
she
you
tried.
having your opinion,
Yeah,
your belief.
took her a little while to get over that one.
I love you too, warrior girl.
Oh, warrior
Aw,
girl.
she's such a sweetie.
That's nice. Oh, I hope
Mm,
are you leaving? Oh, it looks like she's gotta go maybe. Awesome.
mhm.
Well, we thank you for dropping in and wonderful to have you with us today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that it's important that we all share with each other our love, not only our love for each other, but that energy of uplifting. Like, I just want to say, everyone in the channel or in the chat uh, watching us today is lifting us up.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah.
lifting you up. We're all, this energy level is raising. We are starting to understand, and so is science, actually. Science is kind of starting
Yes.
with spirituality. You notice that?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, because I would have never thought. Sorry.
Everything is vibration.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
you're all out there supporting each other too, which is
Yeah.
is another way that we can share with each other. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to know a little bit if you have read or look into the world conditions today, the chaos that's
Mm-hmm.
going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can you tell me a little bit about the astrology of all of that right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of, well, when I started getting into astrology, it was to learn about myself.
Hmm.
Right. 'Cause I didn't know who I was. I was, what's going on? Maybe this can tell me something, right? So, as I was learning, um, oh, society's been a little bumpy for quite a while. So, but I would always check, see what I would get, what I would feel,
Hmm.
and I do call in astrology guides. Let me see. I'm going to be perfectly honest about that.
Cool.
And and there was right before COVID. I well, for
Hmm.
2 years before, I knew something was coming. I
Yeah.
did. I knew we were going to be locked down or in the house. I didn't see locked down, but I saw everybody at home. It felt, and I was like, "What would do that? Is this really going on?" And I kept getting a yes, and I'm like, "Okay." Well, I thought it was a financial crash, and but when COVID did come, and
Hmm.
we were
It did.
told to stay home, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh,
It was
okay."
a financial crash in a way. Too.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, well, there's something going on. And I mean, I knew that was a huge conjunction. It
Mhm.
happened in December with Pluto, Capricorn, and Jupiter.
Okay.
I mean, Saturn, Jupiter, Capricorn in, what I keep, excuse me,
It's okay.
Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter in Capricorn. There we go. And 3 months later, there we are in this bizarre place, right, in the pandemic. And so obviously I had a lot of time and I just started digging, digging. And I mean, it's right there.
Uh-huh.
This, this Pluto, okay,
Mhm.
Pluto, America is having its first Pluto return.
Yes.
It was exact February 22nd, 2022.
Mm. Okay.
All these twos, right? And 27 degrees. First time he hit 27 degrees, it was, I could, I mean, I just knew. I felt something coming, right? I
Yeah.
knew that there was going to be significant. Well,
Mm.
he comes through, stops, and goes retrograde.
Mhm.
Um, just a few months later.
Okay.
It was about Aquarius. I'm sorry. We get to Aquarius in March of last year. Get to 0 degree Aquarius for like 6 weeks. Those three banks failed. Do you remember in the
Yeah.
West?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when Pluto first went into Capricorn in 2008, the whole market crashed. Do you
Right.
remember that?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that was the day he went in at that very moment. So, I mean, I know he's powerful, but I wasn't sure on what. So this kept coming up and researching Aquarius. Aquarius is humanitarian, all about freedom. Everyone has a seat at the table. Now, this is the medium to higher end of Aquarius. There are lower aspects, higher aspects to all signs.
Mm-hmm.
Too much technology could be Aquarius, but you got to think where the everybody worries about, well, is technology going to take over? It doesn't have a heart. How's it going to
Yeah.
take over?
Yeah.
That's never bothered me. Well, with this Pluto going back into Aquarius in January. Now he'll stay in
Yeah.
there for 9 months and he'll back up to 29 degrees and he'll go back fully into Aquarius. But
Okay.
every time he comes back out into Capricorn, he shows us more of what's wrong, more of the underbelly. Because what Pluto demands is integrity, honesty, truth,
Mm-hmm.
being ethical, being authentic. And he came around 248 years for his first Pluto return for America's birth chart and said, there's a problem here. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
This is not
Authentic.
free. It's not free. Everybody's not welcome,
Yeah.
and Aquarius is all inclusive. So, um,
So, and that's all being revealed now,
yes.
uh, brick
And
by brick.
that's what,
So that's all part of that return.
yeah.
Is part of Pluto's influence the revelation of things that aren't authentic, or
Absolutely. He knows immediately. Okay, you got to think Pluto is the last planet that's not even, they don't even call it a planet anymore. One side faces to blackness of space, one is facing to the sun, right?
uh
And it's pretty black and white, pretty clear. But about, I don't know, it was maybe 6 years ago, they were first getting the first photos of Pluto.
oh
There's
yeah,
a huge heart There's a huge heart of ice sitting right there. You can't miss it. It's massive, heart of ice. Because what Pluto wants is that integrity, that truth, and all. And
hmm
if you're not there,
yeah,
it 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 is known to be a transformative planet, and
okay,
it's known transform or die. And
yeah,
it's not like to death, like it's terrible, but you will go through a lot of changes. In fact, we can all probably know a lot of people who are not in integrity. That means they're not doing their Pluto,
hmm
and it's really obvious. And they keep hitting a
yes,
wall, hitting a wall, hitting a wall.
hmm
Um, once you become, and I believe that's because once you become heart centered and soul centered and
yes,
unconditional love, you can't be any other way. Your foundation
yes,
is integrity, is
hmm
truth, is honesty, is being ethical.
yeah,
So he's the first one, and everybody's working with him though, okay? But he's the last one to go into Aquarius. So as I
okay,
was saying, we're going into the age of Aquarius, but
yeah,
there's no date or time for that. I think it's more once we all decide enough is enough,
right,
we need to care for each other, which I think is coming. It's just been kind of being massaged that way, you know?
yes, yeah. And it's interesting. I feel that way. I see, people speaking out, and
Mm,
just calling for kindness. I love there's a saying that says, um,
yeah.
man, humankind will find its destiny once it becomes kind human.
Mm,
Oh, that's a nice
mm,
little play on word.
I've
But
never heard that. I love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing that people are starting to really see the insanity
Right.
of how we've been functioning. Now, to unwind that is going to take some time, but the
Yeah.
fact that people are willing to look at it is very exciting to me
Yeah.
to see
Me
that,
too.
because I haven't really seen that for quite a number of years. So
Right.
I think that we're all getting a little hope.
Yeah.
Hi,
And we are.
just gonna say hi to
Yeah.
Wiki.
Wiki is here. Hi, Wiki. Amanda Carroll. All these beautiful souls. I mean,
Yes.
hmm, thank you. But so now this has been unraveling, right? Unraveling. I mean,
Mhm.
the planets never stop. They
Right.
never. But to me, I see they go around. They speak to each other. They give each other the updates. Okay, we're updating this way because they each have a certain flavor, certain attributes that
Yes.
indicate certain things, right? So
Mhm.
here we are, and let's just go to 2012, right? That was the end of the Mayan calendar, and there was nothing left. There was no other information. That was just it.
Yeah. Fascinating, huh?
Yeah. So, but at the same time, it is called something spiritually that just left my mind. Um, because we are the ones. Okay, well, we are the ones we've been waiting for, right? But we are the
Yes.
ones who are creating this new world and these
Yes.
new energies,
Yes.
and it's got to be based in that solid foundation that Pluto's
Hmm.
talking about, integrity, honesty.
Yes.
And 2012 was when Neptune went into Pisces. Now, Pisces is a real dreamy sign. You could get lost in there, but it's the sign of spirit.
Hmm.
So to me, I look at Neptune and Pisces as representing spirit in the charts now. And we
Yes.
all have Neptune somewhere too, but I
Hmm.
mean, the whole chart's spiritually based. But as it's going through Pisces, we have seen a lot of us, many billions of us, waking up, becoming connected to
Yes.
our hearts,
Hmm.
and becoming more psychic, becoming more intuitive.
Yes.
But there is another side of that is clearly seems delusional. There's
Hmm.
issues. And to me, it's just a matter of who is ready and willing to connect to their hearts. I don't think that they're bad people. I just think
Oh,
they're so far disconnected that they're
yeah.
given the chance. Like we're all being given this chance. Connect to your hearts. Connects to your
Yes. I believe that many are still stuck in that same old belief pattern
right.
um, that has been around for ages,
Yeah.
and it's um, something that we're all familiar with. But I'm just really encouraged by a lot of the young people today, and
Yeah.
it's just so beautiful to see them saying, why would you, deny this person a right, or and stepping up and saying, this is not what we're concerned about, and we have so many bigger things to be
Yeah.
working on right now. And I'm just so proud of them for stepping out and really reaching out to share that message, because it's important. It really
Yeah.
is.
And you
Yeah.
see the babies, well, it's been going on generation, right? In 1987, we had the harmonic convergence, right? The 60s, we had the hippies.
Yeah.
There's been these certain points in time, but the kids always, every generation that's being born is more of them are being born downloaded with this higher consciousness information, and they
Hmm.
don't understand it. Like you said, they look at what are you doing? But if you look in some baby's eyes or their little faces, I mean, it's just you can see the brilliance that they're coming
Oh,
in with. It's
oh yeah.
amazing.
Yes,
Man, they're the
absolutely.
future.
And Butterfly Kisses is saying hi to everyone in Val's chat that we
Hi.
can't see or say hi to. We actually can see them. It's just that they can't communicate through the chat. So if you do need to want to put a question in, hop on over to Pure Visionary Psychic Medium, jump on this
Okay,
live chat here, and we'll see your question.
let's see. I
Thank you,
didn't even
Butterfly
put
Kisses.
my thing up. Let's see. I'm gonna just start. Okay. But
All
there,
right.
so we have all these indicators
Mm-hmm.
planetarily that are showing signs that there is massive change here. We can
Yes.
see we're at
We
the
all.
end of an age and we're in this chaos period, and
Mhm.
there's, you know, that the way my guides explain it is that that's normal at the end of an age. There's those that want to evolve and those that like they're comfortable. They don't want to let go of what they know. But as we evolve, right, we're this age, we're going into a golden age, Satya Yuga next year. Now,
Mhm.
so that's Vedic astrology. And it's even
It is.
saying that
Mhm.
we're going into something pretty massive. It's huge.
And we all feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, those, I vaguely know about Vedic astrology, but I watch shows occasionally and learn more
Mhm.
about it. But I think everybody feels it. It's
Yes.
it's the other shoe. The other
Yes. Yeah.
shoe. And it's interesting, I was communing with my guides once about that, and what they were telling me is that's the sign to you to lift the light, to be more of that light wherever you go. You never know who you're going to affect with your love, your kindness, your best wishes for them. That
Yes.
raises the energy. We don't want to hold fear because we know that there is no death, and we know that we have the power to help each other through this time and
Yes.
keep our light energy high so that we balance that out.
Yes.
But yeah,
And,
I
and
think everybody feels it.
yeah, we can feel. I mean, it's getting stronger. And it's get that feeling. It's getting stronger. And it's getting. It's almost the way they explain it. The energy, as we are all light workers, love workers, energy workers. We're conduits, right? And that energy comes
Yes.
in, and we ground it into Mother Earth,
Hmm.
and we're holding that space as we
Yes.
all rise together.
Yes.
Um, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to say this, it doesn't make me feel good, but you can see those who can't handle that light are going insane or having
Yeah.
difficulties mentally, having difficulties maybe even physically. But the light, it's so high vibrational now. It's really, because what it does to us, it helps us clear blocks. It helps us
Yes.
clear out, and this is lifetimes of stuff, right?
Yes.
We
Hmm.
all get knocked down. We all get knocked on our butts from this.
Sure.
But then we come back, and it's like you feel like you leveled up a layer,
Yes.
another piece of the onion unpeeled, or however you want to put it. But we are we are here, and as we're here, the old paradigm wants to keep yanking us back down into that lower vibration, and we see a lot of disturbing things.
Oh,
And it
yes.
used, yeah, and it used to get to me. I mean, it still does. Don't let me say it doesn't. But my guides explained to me, the more you send that love, okay, if it's in your vicinity and you can do something about
Yeah.
it, by all means, do it.
Yes.
But if it's in the external world that you're not even there, you don't know what actually happened, just send it love. Send out the love, send
Bless.
out truth.
Yeah.
Sending the love out in front of you. This is
Yes.
something that they keep telling me. Just keep being the
So
love.
powerful. Mhm.
Yeah,
It's so powerful, and we
yeah.
have to remember, and it's true, what you damns you back. I mean,
Yeah, it
so
does.
stay away from that energy,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been given so many tools, and you're welcome to communicate with your guides about this. What can I
Absolutely.
use today? What would you lead me to do today? And they've
Mm-hmm.
given me all kinds of tricks.
Yeah.
One time I finished a meditation and the TV was in front of me. I was in my bedroom, my cozy place, and I have TV in there, and the TV was off, and they told me, look at that screen and picture what you want to see on that TV:
Oh,
peace, love, prosperity, happy, safe children, safe families. You know, I so I have
everybody's
fun with
different.
that a lot, and but just the power that we have. I just want to encourage everyone to just, at some moment and point in time when you're led to, sit and feel your power, because you
Mhm.
are loved beyond measure, can't
Mhm.
even be measured. And
Right.
you're here for a purpose, and you do have the power, and you do have all kinds of things, astrology included, uh,
Mhm.
to help you get through this period of time on planet
Mhm.
Earth and help others get through too.
Absolutely. Wow, that's beautiful, Terry. Because it is true. Just
Yeah.
by being the love you are, it. You know, we all that's our purpose. It doesn't matter how you're doing it, where you're doing it, if you want to be known doing it, if you want to not be known.
Hmm.
Just by being the love we are, we're in every moment, wherever we are.
Yes.
It is that's why we came here to hold space. It's called holding space, right?
Yes, it
So,
is. Yes, it is.
and it's all spirit, and it's see. I just picked a couple astrology cards. Like so, our North Node is our future, and the
Beautiful.
12th house is spirit. Look, it's
Yes.
all spirit. So I mean, and then look, Pluto's there. I knew Pluto was going to be there.
Of course.
Because
The stars
Pluto's the one.
grow.
He's like the driver, right? In a
He's the
lot of
driver
ways, because
today.
yeah, we have to have that solid foundation.
Mhm, mhm.
Without that solid foundation of integrity and truth,
Yes.
we don't
Yes.
have. And then I got Pisces, also the 12th house. So
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. And the more you discuss things with them, the more you ask questions to your team. You have a team, we all
Yes.
do.
Yes, you do.
Just put your hand on your heart and talk, and you will receive valid, helpful information. And
Yes.
any moment, we all have that ability.
Yes, we
It's
do.
choosing
Well,
to trust and believe, right?
absolutely. And
And
remember that you came from spirit, you are spirit, and you're
yeah,
going to return to spirit.
yeah.
So that gives you that freedom to explore and play with the universal laws of vibration and love and happiness. So I
Mm,
do have a couple of questions that came in. Let's see what we can do with these, Val.
what do we got?
Cheryl Plant Lady wants to know if she has good news coming her way.
Good news coming my way.
All right. So I'm going to kind of just tune into my guides, and then I might
Mhm.
draw you a couple of cards, see what they have to say.
Let's see.
Okay. Well, the
Mhm.
first thing I heard was tricky, which is not what I like to hear right away. But
Mm.
let's get into it with the cards a little bit.
I think I know why you got tricky,
Yeah.
because and this goes along with it, Cheryl Plant Lady. We have to say, I would like good news to come my way. Don't leave it up to some, like, just leave it hanging there. I would like, I would like this. I would like that. I would like to see this. I would
Take the
like to see,
reins.
yeah. Um, and once we get in the habit of doing that, then see that's another thing we've been disconnected from asking for the highest best for ourselves, right? Um, like it's almost like, oh, I don't, I'm going to save it for a really important, you know, emergency when I ask for the highest best. But they are encouraging all of us, constantly speak to them, constantly ask for what it is your heart, what makes your heart smile, and ask for it. But go ahead, I'm going to pull a card. Ooh, yeah, see,
It
something
just
says,
blows my minds how sometimes we'll have a message from the guides or a message will come forth, and then I'll draw the cards, and it's just like, mm-hmm.
yeah,
Huh?
I
And
get the same.
don't worry, Cheryl, this is not bad. I think this is your guide's way, and maybe my guides as well, to encourage you exactly Exactly what Valerie was saying. First card, the magician. This is the beauty deck, by
Mm,
the way. The
mm,
magician. You know what that's about? Manifestation, girl.
mm,
That's manifestation, power, resourcefulness,
mm.
creativity, concentration. Spend some time, concentrate on what you want,
Yeah.
write down some ideas, right? And listen to your guides. They'll encourage you. The next card is the sun card.
All right.
Out. So
Yeah.
no need to worry. They're encouraging you that
Mm-hmm.
through manifestation and concentration and creativity, you can have happiness and satisfaction in your life. Don't leave it up to fate. You
Mm-hmm.
hold the reins of your own fate. And
Mm-hmm.
next, Three of Cups celebration. Ooh,
Mm.
cups about love and relationships. I don't know if you're looking for that, but happiness, friendship. These are all wonderful things that you can sit down and write down and focus on them, and then come back to them when you have a few minutes. Oh yeah, got that. I need to think about that today.
Mm-hmm.
It works. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to
Good.
encourage you to do that, Cheryl. Do you
Yeah.
have anything else for Cheryl?
Well, yeah, I feel her intuition is coming on. And it does feel a little off-putting at first when you're not sure, did I hear that right? Should I trust that? Am I But
Yeah.
the thing is to go to your heart and really be honest with what it is. What is that good news you want to see? Speak it into existence, write it down, and they really want details. These, especially now as these energies are ramping up. I
Yes.
When Terry pulled the magician card, that means to me that you have all the tools. You
Yes.
have the tools.
Mm-hmm.
You have the way you. And trust is the hardest thing. I got to say, it is hard. It's not easy. But I got Sagittarius season is going to be good for you, and that starts on the 23rd. So, but it doesn't, just because I say Sagittarius on the 23rd, you can start that today by just choosing to state it what it is you want. Speak it into existence. We have that power. You can
Yes.
ask Terry. I, I think of things and they just show up. It's
Yes. It does work.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not
Beautiful.
big things. It's just, I mean, well, it is. It could be anything.
That's wonderful.
It is
Great.
beautiful.
I'm excited for you. Keep us
Yeah.
updated on that, Cheryl. I
Yeah.
want to know what happens. And you've got an interesting little question. I'm
Mm,
not sure that we can answer this today because it's a different kind of question, but I do want to comment that we don't have to have fear about evil spirits.
mm,
You have the power to tell anything to get away from you, to
mhm,
call for protection from archangels. You can put white light surrounding you.
mhm,
Don't worry about evil spirits. A lot of that stuff kind of came from the past, and it's just one
mhm,
of those untruths that
mhm,
was carried down in stories. But we are powerful spirits, and nothing can hurt you, and there are no evil spirits. If you want to
mhm,
pop on to one of my mediumship ones or get a reading or something like that, we can explore this further. But today we're
mhm,
not doing that type of
mhm,
question, and I hope you can appreciate that, and I hope that you can ask it again in a different
mhm,
place. All right.
mm, mm.
Okay. Colleen Wheatley. She wants a message from her guide about her current job situation. Hmm.
Hmm.
Colleen, the first thing I get are a bunch of flashing lights all over the place, which is kind of the way the guides will tell me about energy in a situation. A lot of high energies going on.
Mhm,
Um, a lot of people maybe that you are working with that have um, I'm hearing over the top. Over the top. My guides are very funny. They're over the top.
mm,
Now, going to try to tune into your guide and see what I can get. And why don't you go ahead, Valerie, and tell
I
us
was
what.
getting you have well, you have options, but then you said over uh, the lights. I'm sorry, and you're definitely going to have a job. I think you have a few options. And when I saw that and then heard Terry, I heard choose the one that resonates with your heart. Choose the one that you really, really want. Don't settle,
Mhm,
even if you feel like it's, well, that's a little too out of my reach. They really want us to reach high.
mhm.
Um, I do think you're going to be fine now on your job. Do you want a new job or is it your current job? Like, do you?
Let's watch the light and see what she has to say. In the meantime, I did tune in. I'm feeling what your guides are telling me is that they're willing to support you and uplift you, but I'm hearing that you might be holding back a little bit about following your dreams.
Hmm.
And I just kind of feel, I don't know, sort of like you'd feel in your heart if you're like, oh, I can't have that, or oh,
Yeah.
that's beyond me. And I just feel like they're really, really encouraging you,
Mm,
Colleen, to, ha, okay, they told me, reach for the stars. They
yeah.
said, reach for the stars.
Yeah.
So, same kind of thing, manifestation. Take that time and consider, how you love someone so much and you want to give them the perfect gift.
Mm,
Give that to yourself.
mm,
Construct that perfect job and write it down, and then listen to your guides and watch for the signs because they'll show you. They're
mm.
totally they're assuring me that they're just waiting for you to really get out there with your ideas and your hopes and your dreams.
And to be specific, they really want that. They want her to be specific. That was
Hmm.
the more Terry was talking, because as you are more specific, I got metamorphosis. Like you really are going through you're leveling up. Again, it comes to that trust and belief in self and spirit
Hmm.
by putting it in detail what it is that you prefer in a job. Thinking about going from
She's thinking
there.
about going from W-2 to self-employment. That is a huge leap as someone who's done it a couple of times. Yes. Um, that's a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
there are some people who, I don't want to say destined, but do better in self-employment because they're able to be more creative, and there's less, like we were talking about, the high energies. There's less of that to deal with.
Mm.
You've got to organize yourself, obviously, and make your plans, and enjoy it. But at the same time, you've got that freedom to create and do the
Mm.
work that possibly you were destined to do.
And this is a really good time to do that. Okay,
Oh
we're
yeah.
in fall and winter. We have four big of the big planets in retrograde. They'll be all going direct beginning of February, first week of February. So every time I'm doing a reading or a chart reading or something, it is usually the same. A lot of the same uh, guidance is
Mhm.
go in and honestly go into your heart. What makes your heart smile? What brings you joy? What brings you that
Mhm.
zest? Like, oh my God, I'm alive, right? That's what they want us all to feel. Like, not afraid, not like there's not enough. It,
Nope, there's 2 kinds of energies. There's that energy you get when you're like, I don't know, remember when somebody, dared you to jump off the highest cliff by the side of
yeah,
the lake, right? And you get that energy and you're like, "Okay, here I go, I'm gonna leap off."
yeah,
And you don't want the energy of fear, like, "Oh my god, what could go wrong?"
yeah,
No, 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 no. You
mm-mm,
just take that leap. Make sure you're
yeah.
prepared and take that leap. I'm excited for you, Colleen.
I
Thank you for
am too.
and get back to us about that, will
Yeah.
you? Great.
It
All
feels
right.
good. It does
Wait,
feel good.
on too. Woohoo! Look at all the support
Mm,
we've got here.
look at Wakey. Hi,
Host.
Wakey.
Thank
That's
you, Vicky.
yummy.
Always a pleasure to have you aboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're kind of coming up. That time went by so fast. It always does, doesn't
I
it?
know. It's
We'll
crazy.
have to get back together again,
Yeah.
Valerie, sometime soon.
Yeah.
Um, I'll give you a chance, though, to tell us what's coming up for you soon. Do you
Ooh.
have anything coming up?
I don't even. Well, next Sunday I'm with Sun Psychic Jean on the
Oh,
12th at 2:30 on her channel. Um. Oh, on the 6th is Deanne Shield Maiden's birthday party. I'm gonna
oh,
stop in there.
well, that should be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'll be there later in the evening. Diana and I will be on the 13th for the new moon in Scorpio. Now, this is good stuff. Scorpio is an excellent manifester, but
Oh,
Scorpio Pluto rules Pluto, right? Pluto rules Scorpio. Wants you to shed all of that is holding you back.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, that you're not in integrity with, or it's spirit's nudging us. Trust ourselves more. Believe in yourself more. Believe in your team. Believe that you are supported and loved and guided and guarded in this new
beautiful.
energy.
I got chills when you said that. Now, when is that happening again?
On the 13th.
I'm going to be
New new moon in Scorpio. Yeah, that's a big one because as things are cleared out of our energy fields,
Mhm.
we can replace it with the things that we prefer,
Ah, I
right?
love that. I
Yeah,
love it. Thank you. That's a little gift there at the end of the show. Thank you, Valerie.
of course.
I just want to pop here to Artie. Artie
Hi.
had a question, and I just want to answer your question. I'm going to be reading live on November 8th at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific, and I will be doing mediumship on that day. So, Artie, I invite you to come on over to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hop on board on Wednesday, November 8th, and I will be happy to read for you. Okay? Thank you for your question. Thank you for popping in. We love
Yeah.
it. Okay. Did you have any more dates to announce, or
No, and
that's it for now?
we'll
Okay.
do a new moon. Well, we'll do the full moon on I think it's the 23rd with Crone Zone and Diana and I.
Oh, nice. Well,
But
speak.
yeah, that's this astrology is like something you really want to keep an eye on. Keep
Yes.
like listen to some astrologers. You don't have to listen to me, but get the flavor of the energy so you can
Mhm.
navigate because it's what it helps. It helps us navigate through these
Definitely.
energies.
Definitely.
It's important.
And when you have that sense of direction and what's happening, the energies that are available for you to take advantage of or maybe avoid,
Yeah,
it's such a
right.
great tool.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of the Crone Zone, I'm going to be on the Crone Zone Wisdom Circle, and
Mm.
that's with Patricia and Heather, obviously, Sun Psychic Jean, Teri, Kigru Journeys, and Wisdom Seeker Joan, and
Uh,
me. And we are the Wisdom Circle, and we have once a
mm,
month, we have a special subject that someone is allowed to speak on and choose. And it's exciting. And we really get a lot of things, fascinating things that come up that we learn from and share with others.
yeah.
And as I mentioned, I'll be on Wednesday, November 8th, doing live readings solo. And then on Thursday, November 9th, I have a special live guest. Teri Renner of Holding Your Space will be with me. And
Oh,
that's 3 Eastern, 2 Central, 1 Mountain, and 12 noon. And we really enjoy reading with her. So that's going to be very exciting too.
yeah.
It's so beautiful that we have this way of communicating and being with each other and sharing this information at this point in time. To me,
Yeah.
it amazes me,
Yeah.
and uh, we're very grateful for it. And I just want to say we're so very grateful for every single one of you out there in the chat.
Mm.
Hi, some cats.
Hi, Kelly.
doing? Good to see you.
Hi,
Wow.
Fatima.
Great, great group that we had today. Yes, hi,
Yeah.
Fatima. Oh,
I just
well,
love our
I'd love
community.
to just keep going, but yeah, we'll probably need to go have some dinner now. So,
Yeah, especially now we have to go. I have to cook. I don't know about you.
well, my husband's coming, but I know my dogs wouldn't let me get past dinner time. So,
Oh, no, no, can't let them know.
oh,
Not
just
at all.
that again. Valerie, what a treasure you are, and just have the most beautiful soul and beautiful vibration. And you're a real gift to all of us out here who enjoy you and listen to you. So
Thank you.
thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. You have a beautiful soul. And it was beautiful. I thought we had a really good discussion. This is so important to
It
keep,
is.
and all the people that you named and the shows that we're on and all the people that come to visit and hang out. I mean, this, this information is coming in and it's just going to keep raising in vibration for all of us to take heed, follow your heart. Let me
Yeah,
say it like that.
it's very, very powerful stuff. It
Yeah,
is. It really
yeah,
is. It feeds your soul, lifts you up.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what.
Ah, I hate to say goodbye, everybody, but I'm going to close out. The guides told me always to end every show with this message: You are loved
Mm,
beyond measure. You are loved beyond measure. That's what they want you to know.
yeah.
Think about that. Look in the mirror and say, I'm loved beyond measure.
Mm,
Please take good care of yourself, everyone, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for joining us and blessings to you. Bye
thank
bye.
you. We love you. Thank you.